Greetings everyone, and welcome to Technotopia, a new roguelike city builder where you can build towering skyscrapers, manage competing factions, and experience an endless combination of events, stories, and outcomes. Become a futuristic architect, Iris, and try to survive as long as possible as the game gets harder and harder every turn as you progress. This is a sponsored video, and I like to show you hands-on gameplay. The game is available now on Steam, so don't forget to check out the link in the video description. Okay, so this is it, the beginning of the game. We are looking at our headquarters in the center. And yeah, this is a roguelike puzzle game. So we basically try to survive as long as possible. For this, we got four factions in this game: the government faction, the elite faction, the business faction, and the public faction, right? And all of these represent different people in my city, and all of these can be improved by building the corresponding card for that. So for example, the ministry here gives me a blue dot, so this one improves my government faction basically, and we do get our score higher with that, right? So we're starting with 200 for each, and we can increase this by building a ministry. Now, for example, I could get to 220. However, at the end of the turn, we are going to lose the upkeep that we pay, and that is negative 40 right now. If one of those factions reaches 0, the game is over and we have to start again. This is the whole premise of the game in the beginning. However, of course, it gets way more complicated than that pretty soon, because we can do some combinations here. We're going to get quests and events, and all of this combined is going to lead to some interesting outcomes of this. Now, what we can also look at the map right now, what we can see is that the map is not looking the same. So we have those inactive tiles right here. These are empty city blocks that we can activate. And then we have city tiles where there is a quest, right? Or also where there is already a faction building inactive. So if I connect this one to my city here, that's a skyscraper, then we can improve our elite faction by just enabling this. So that's going to be easy. On top of that, the combinations are going to make up for the points that we get. So this is really important to combine them. Now, this is also important to know where we want to expand. So I can see there's a factory tile and there's a store tile, right? This is yellow. And we have a store tile here in my card right now. So I can use this and I can go to this area here. Poof, there it is. I've expanded my city now. And with that, we have activated those tiles here that I can use now. Let's also go with a factory tile over there, because this activates the factory tile that we have right over there. And these two together, well, they're not doing much, but we can build a combination here. We got another factory going. Look at that. So I can use this now to build me another tile for the factory here, for example. Now, I know that one of the combinations is to make a block out of it, right? So we need to have one more factory here, and then we can combine this one into a mega block, right? That provides additional points for me. So I'm going to leave this spot available right now. We can also do the same thing here with the store. So let's go ahead and continue building me stores here. This unlocks me the store, so we already have 3 store tiles now. That is not enough though, we need one more, because you need to have at least 4 tiles of the same type to combine them. So that's that we have over there. This already brings me in points, right? So we now have business points already, 260, and we also have 260 public points, because we have built the factory over there. That's pretty nice. We have also the skyscraper now. Now where do we have a skyscraper? This looks like one, but it's not. It's a ministry point. Now, lucky enough, we have a ministry here. So can we combine both of them together here? Unfortunately, that will not work, right? But I can still use this one here to continue building the government now. So with this, we have now another ministry building here unlocked. And we get an event: graffiti, vandalism, graffiti on the walls, art for some, expensive for others. Storekeepers are demanding action. Let's decide, paint over it, encourage it, or find a compromise. Each one of them favors a faction, right? So find a compromise would be the government tile here. Paint over it would be the business faction. Graffiti, let's find a compromise. Nobody likes half measures. The government is accused of having a weak policy. We get the faction bonus for them. And with that, we are reducing though our upkeep, or increasing our upkeep actually, because this was not a good option, right? So we're now looking at negative 50. So this makes the whole game very randomized. In this case, we were quite unlucky. Next up, we have a factory card again, and this time I can now combine a block here into a block of 4. There you go. This gives me extra points, right? 40 extra points on top of that. And we got this really cool looking block there in the center of it. Perfect. All right, also we have a store point, and we can combine this store here into one. There you go. That's giving me even more bonus points, also for the public faction. We have 2 ministry cards. That's actually not so bad. And we have a skyscraper card. Let's just see. I would like to combine this one here because the goal is to use as little time or turns that we have, right? So I can have 2 more cards and then the first turn is over. And the goal is to use as little cards or as little time for my turn. So we want to combine as much into every turn as possible. There is the ministry. There is the ministry. So I could make this into a block, and I could use this ministry into a block, while also expanding towards my skyscraper there. Here we need to have a skyscraper then. So let's build a ministry. So with that we have a block combined here now. Then I can have a skyscraper here. Oh, there's something. A data cube. We can collect it to get an upgrade. And there's also something over there. Another data cube that we can use. Factory, ministry. Perfect. Ministry is what I would like to get. And ministry. And with that we have 2 ministry blocks here combined. Gives me extra points again. We have finished already the first turn, more or less, and this increases my upkeep now, as we can see. So what I can see is that we are actually going really low now on the elite faction, so that's the skyscrapers. In this case, I need to hurry up. So we have this. I need 1 more skyscraper to open or to finish this area. At the same time, I would like to get the amber over here. There's a factory tile, so we can combine this one. Exhibition. The aristocrats are holding an art exhibition. Baroness Kraus invites you to choose the main exhibit of the event. A sculpture in honor of AI, avant-garde installation, or neural network art. Alright, it's the aristocrats. Let's go with avant-garde installation. Critics are praising the exhibition, but ordinary citizens do not understand it. We get 40 points with the elite faction, which is great because we are already rather low on that. Alright, next in line, there is the store. Right, so we got this one here. Skyscraper that we can do on the other side again to finish a skyscraper block. Gets me additional points. And, oh, here we can make an interesting block. Having another factory here. And then another one here gives me another shape. We can see the shapes down here, right, of what you can actually do. So we can get an airship tower. That gives me plus 40. A monorail, a power plant, or a landing site. So we can go for either one of these. And it gives me then bonuses. So for a landing site, we get extra elite bonuses, for example. That's something we can also go for or aim for. Right, since we're rather low on elite, I might actually try to reach that somehow. So for this, we need to have another store here on Amber. Good afternoon. I'd like to make a request. Willing to accept the request. Education is very important nowadays, but there are few universities in the city and there are no places left in them. It would be great to open up newer universities in the city. And okay, we reduce the cost for elite factions by 10. And the city has hosted the first graffiti auction. The painting sold had to be taken away by truck. Oh, that's really cool. That's actually an event that took place because we allowed the graffitis, right? And this reduced the upkeep of the elite faction. That's pretty cool. It haunted us back to this place. Very nice. Let's see what else we can do here. There's a data cube, but there's nothing we can combine here with. There's a university. These are special buildings, right? If we want to open up the university, that gives me a lot of extra points, we need to have all the other tiles around it activated. So that's pretty important to know, because only then can we activate this one, and it's far away. So this will be expensive, this building. Don't we do something over here yet? Because here, factory. There is my store. I don't have factories or stores, so we need to look out for this area. And here, let's go for another ministry block, and I would like to go for, yeah, probably also a landing site shape. That would be something like this, right? Or we could also go with, or we unlock the data cube and go like this. This would also be possible. And then we would actually get 2 of them in right away. Let's go with the skyscraper here. This gives me a data cube, an upgrade, and we can now choose between a prison, corporation office, shopping mall, or plant. Each one of them gives me efficiency points, skyscraper efficiency, and store efficiency, or flat 100 points here. Flat 40 points, 6 factory. That's a tricky one. I think we're going with the corporation upgrade, so skyscraper efficiency. That closes the week. We do have the upkeep, and for now we were able to pay it all, right? Okay, let's just see. Luxury. We have a special card. That's also something new. Selected building efficiency is increased by 6 if we use this one. Okay, for skyscrapers, I would probably like to go for this, but we're also really low with the government faction. So let's go with the ministry efficiency this time around and have them boosted. We still have the mission there too. Build the university. Corporation tower. Oh, that's massive. Where could we have this one? We would unlock quite a few things. The problem, I do not know at the moment, do we actually make the adjacency with the skyscrapers? Or is it a combination of both? Either way, we actually unlock a lot of additional tiles here. So I would like to go with this. City expenses increase. So there we have that. We have a factory. Very good. I would like to use this over here for finishing this block. Gives me the factory points and the government points. For the ministry, I don't have anything really to specialize right now. There's a ministry point over there. So I may want to go with a skyscraper here. And what I can see is it does not combine it. I was hoping for it. Let's have a store over there. So we have this one here. Gives the efficiency to store and to skyscrapers, right? So I want to have them close to the corporation tower there. Here. Here we could actually make a ministry combination. View from the window. This can no longer be tolerated. The beautiful view from a luxury penthouse is being spoiled by the ugly houses of the poor. Something urgently needs to be done about this. Outside repairs, put up curtains, or demolish the poor district and create parks. Alright, this is very important for the elite, and they're the weakest faction right now for still strange reasons. Outside repairs. The government issued a decree on the mandatory repair of ugly buildings. The decree's wording raised many questions, and we do get the faction influence with the elite, and we do actually reduce our upkeep with the public faction, and we increase it with the business faction. Okay. We need one more government building. Here, let's go ahead with another skyscraper. There it is. Because with this, we have this block now, right? This shape that we can see also on the lower side here. That was a landing side shape now. Gives me extra points. Over here, we have the store. We've also finished another exhibition. The exhibition stolen from the exhibition was found in a banker's personal collection. The work of art was returned to the museum. The banker was imprisoned. And we reduced the upkeep for elite and for the government faction and increase it with the business faction further. Holy cow. We have a very high upkeep for the business faction now. Construction. Add 1 of 4 buildings to the deck. Okay. Oh, we can choose it ourselves. Skyscraper, store. I would probably like to go for a store. Skyscraper, we can go with another shape here. There is my upkeep. Yeah, business will be my most problematic thing soon. Store. That's a 2 store. Let's go for it and unlock the skyscraper. Ministry, there is nothing we can do here for now. There's another ministry, so I can actually combine this into a, what's it called? A monorail. That improves my business points then. Very close also here to activating the university. Outside repairs have been finished. They were paid by the owners of the apartment. And once again, we increased the business faction upkeep and it reduced the public faction. I think we will have game over because of the business faction soon. Store. This pushes stores, but a mistake on my part now. We have disrupted this monorail, right? but we have created this monorail here instead that pushed my business faction. Yeah. What can we do with this? We can make a power block here still. That is still entirely possible. And we have unlocked the university. I never thought that my request would be granted. Thank you. You know, I'm quite keen on programming. Please take this as a token of gratitude. Disaster movie. A famous director asked for permission to blow up a real house for filming. He believes that this scene will make the film a blockbuster. What? Refuse the director. This would be good for the public faction. Let's do this. The director refuses to shoot the film without the scene. We get in faction, public faction bonus a lot, right? And we reduce our elite faction with that a bit. Interesting. University, perfect. There is my government zone. Another exhibition event. The police officers were unable to find the stolen exhibit quickly. Rumor has it that it was sold on the black market. And we basically reduce our upkeep here with the elite and the business faction, and the government faction gets worse for us. I just love how all these events make it so random, right? And you always need to adjust at some point what you have. And in this case here, what do we have? We have a gift card. Okay. Changing decision-making module success. A virus. Hold out for 10 turns. What is that? All factions -20. Okay. I think we can still survive this. We'll just see. Skyscraper-wise, there would be a cube over there. Factory-wise, I don't have any factories here. Perhaps I should. I do have my factories over there. Where are factories? There's a factory. There's a factory. There's a storehouse. We need to save time somehow. It's probably the best to use the skyscraper here where we already have one, to combine this into a bigger block. -20 to all factions. We cannot get rid of this. So this is the virus, I think. That's interesting. It clogs up my cards. Let's use the factory. No idea. There is a factory here. We could make no combination here. There is no factory anywhere for me right now. There is one. Here we can make something. A power block, most likely, right? Then we have the store. Finish this block. And the repairs are taking too much time. That's still the outside repair event. Construction noise is constantly to be heard beneath the luxury penthouse windows. They don't like this, of course, the elite. And the week is over with that. I can still build one more store. Oh, that's a big one. Let's just see where we can have it. Yeah. Can I turn it? There it is. Okay, week is over. We can pay once again, so that's very good. But it will increase, of course. Another store. Holy cow. Yeah, we can finish a block here. And -40 upkeep boost. Holy cow, that's a lot. We can build one more store block. It's probably... Yeah, we can finish another block here. There you go. Getting some additional points. A bit of a mistake here because this one is isolated now. Refuse the director. The studio's contract with the director was terminated and his career ended. Sorry, pal. Business faction reduction with that. Yeah, lower city. I cannot do anything. I need to place the lower city now. And it's clogging up my time. Exotic animals. It has become fashionable to keep exotic animals at home. Thanks to a loophole in the law, anyone can now buy any pet they like. Due to high demand and shady schemes, animals are being kept in poor conditions and may die. Legalize the trade. Selling exotic animals is pretty profitable. The government is counting on an increase in tax revenues. That was actually pretty good because it reduces my upkeep with the business faction. And we should try this because we are in a pretty bad spot with them at the moment. Yes. Architect, what's going on? Everything is fine. Are you okay? Let's do some diagnostics. The decision-making module has changed. Enter the password to cancel changes. I see you've been hacked. Don't worry, I will fix it right away. I deleted the virus, but another attack is only a matter of time. We need to think, who could have done this? The hacker was clearly working in the interest of business. Let's try to get a meeting with the head. Yeah. We still have the virus though. Legalized trade gave me public faction. Here we can make a block. Lower city. Look at that. We were able to make a lower city block. Is this positive or negative? I have no idea. But we can unlock a few more things here. And look at all the events coming in. Disaster movie. The film studio went bankrupt since the entire budget was spent on filming this movie. Yeah, no one told me that. Okay. And we can survive one more week. I think it's over anyway, because we will reach 0 with the elite faction in the next town. Except if I get the landing site done with any of my blocks, which I think I'm not able to do. This looks tempting. This is possible. With that, we get the elite bonus. Look at that. And we can survive one more week. That was very close. Here we still have also something. The corporation office that still needs to be connected here and here. All right, we could make a store here. And construction. Add 1 of 4 buildings to the deck. Let's make a skyscraper. Ministry. Yeah, here we have a ministry, but I can't see myself how we make that into a block. That's a difficult one. There is a ministry building. Could make a monorail here. We can also make one. Yeah, we can make a nice block here. Game over. What? Oh, public faction reached 0. Okay. Right. At the end, it wasn't the elite faction that killed us. It was the public faction. Interesting. Let's have a look at the summary for this. We got the events, the graffiti, the exhibition, disaster movie, exotic animals. And we do get the points with those factions now, because this is a roguelike, right? So failing is part of the game, and we unlock new things with that, a pond and a rare skyscraper. And we can start the next event right away. Of course we do this, right? New city, new events. This is nice. And we can start right away. We have a store here. We can make a nice block here. We have the skyscraper over there. So I would like to make my way to this. This is a rare one, right? So it's a double skyscraper, which is nice, of course. But in this case here, it's not. But I have no other choice anyway. I could get a ministry here. No, that's not good. But I don't have any ministry anywhere else. So let's make... What should we do? Let's make a skyscraper here. And here. Going to make the ministry over there. And the factory I'm starting into this area. Unemployment. High unemployment. People are becoming poorer and cannot realize their potential. Yeah, create jobs. New factories and schools will be open in the city to train workers. That was a flat victory for us. Reduces the public faction upkeep. Okay, I could make a power block now with that. And open up that mission here. Alan Richardson. Hello, architect. What do you want to talk about? The system was hacked. We'd like to know more. I was forced to work for business. I understand your suspicions, Iris, but this is called a long-term investment. The attacker made business the obvious culprit. We got the money, but in the long run, the winner is the one who framed me. Who could it be? I'm sure it's a mole from another faction acting on someone else's orders. Spies in the corporation will negatively affect profits and reputation. I'll think of a way to protect against hacker attacks. I'll start searching for the mole. Okay. And this opens up a new building to protect us against that. Now, here we have this empty spot. We are making a monorail out of that. Here we can finish a block. Very good. And the unemployment... Simple work that does not require specialized knowledge keeps people busy, but it cannot make them richer. At least the elite likes it, and we lose public faction out of that. So new city, new events, new layouts to plan out, and survive as long as possible. That's basically Technotopia. I love it. I hope you like it too. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description and try it out yourself. Stay tuned.